Hi and welcome to this Vinyasa flow practice. We'll begin in a comfortable seated position, interlacing the fingers and inhaling to draw the arms up. And as you exhale, tuck in the chin and round through the spine, pressing the hands and the arms forwards. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to round. Moving with the breath. On your next inhale, lengthen, reach the arms up, and exhale to round, pressing through the hands. Inhale to lengthen and release. Moving into a side stretch, bring the right hand down and reach with your left arm. Inhale through center, exhale, bring the left hand down, taking a nice side body stretch to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right side. Inhale and exhale over to the left. One more time, stretching over towards the right side. Inhale through center and exhale over to the left. Release, coming back to center. We're going to take the feet wide apart and interlace the fingers. And as you exhale, take big circles, leaning forwards, and inhale to reach up. Exhale, feeling a nice stretch through the hips and the inner thighs. Inhale to reach up. Keep moving with the breath. And then moving in the opposite direction. Feeling a stretch through the hips and the insides of the legs. Exhale to lean forwards and inhale to lift up. Slowly release and start to come into a tabletop position. We'll move through our cat-cow positions. Inhale to lift the chin and arch the spine, and exhaling to round. Inhale, lifting the chin, arching the spine. Exhale to round. Inhale, arching the spine. And exhale to round, pressing through the hands. And coming back to a neutral position. Tucking in the toes, lifting the hips for our first downward facing dog. We'll start to pedal out the legs, bending one knee and bending the other, warming up the legs and the back of the body. Then finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose, and as you inhale, lift the right leg, bend the knee, opening the hip, and exhale to step the foot in between the hands. We're going to lower the back knee, untuck the toes, and inhale, coming into a low lunge. We'll place the hands on the elbows and draw them back, opening the chest and opening the shoulders. Exhale, release, come into a half split, straightening the right leg and folding forwards as you flex the right toes towards you. And release, bend the right knee. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot, coming into lizard pose, sinking down and forwards with the hips. Take a few breaths here. And start to release, tucking in the back toes. Keep the left hand on the floor. And as you inhale, raise the right hand towards the ceiling for a twist. Place the hand back down and step into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg towards the ceiling, bend the knee and open up the hip. Exhale to step the left foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes, and inhale for a low lunge. Bringing the hands onto the elbows, drawing them back, opening the chest and the shoulders, inhaling. And exhale to release, coming into half split, straightening the left leg, flexing the left toes towards you, and trying to bring your chin towards your shin, feeling a nice stretch through the back of the leg. Inhale to release. Bring the hands to the inside of the left foot and sinking the hips down in lizard pose, feeling a nice stretch through the hips. Tucking in the back toes, lifting the knee. Keep the right hand on the ground as you lift up the left hand, inhaling for a twist. And exhale, bringing the hand down and stepping into downward facing dog. Inhale to look forwards, walk the feet between the hands, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold and release. Bend the knees, inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bringing the hands up. And exhale to fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank, lowering down either through knees, chest, chin, or taking a chaturanga, and inhale for upward dog or cobra. Exhale for downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot towards the ceiling, bending the knee, opening the hip, and bring the weight into the left hand as you bring the right foot down and lift the hips into wild thing. Bring yourself back to a downward facing dog with the right foot lifted and step it in between the hands, coming into warrior two with the gaze over the right middle finger. And keeping a nice bend through the front knee. Inhale, flip the front palm to face up and lean back into reverse warrior. Exhale, coming into side angle with the right arm on the right thigh. Left arm extends towards the front of the room. Inhale for reverse warrior. Exhale for side angle. This time maybe bringing the right hand towards the ground. Left arm extends forwards. Inhale to come back into reverse warrior. And exhale, coming into either variation of side angle. And either staying there or we're going to go for a bind, bringing the left arm behind the back and the right arm under the thigh, holding the hands together, and as you inhale, opening the chest. Slowly release, coming into triangle pose, straightening the front leg. And as you exhale, bringing the right hand down towards the right calf and the left hand up towards the ceiling. Both of the legs are straight. And inhale to lift up, bring the feet parallel with the toes pointing out and the hands to heart center. Inhale to bring the hands up, and as you exhale, sink down into the hips. Hands come to heart center. Inhaling to lift up and exhale, sinking down. Inhaling to lift up and exhale, sinking down. Staying in our goddess squat, we'll take a couple of nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Inhale to lift up and exhale to bring the hands down either side of the right foot and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot, bend the knee to open the hip, And slowly bring the foot down, coming into wild thing, lifting the hips. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog with the left foot lifted. And slowly stepping it in between the hands. Coming into warrior two, gaze over the left middle finger. Inhale, flip the front palm to face up, come into reverse warrior. And as you exhale, bringing it into side angle with the left arm on the left thigh, right arm extends forwards. Inhale for reverse warrior, and exhale for side angle, maybe bringing the left hand down towards the ground. Inhale, coming back into reverse warrior, and exhale, taking either variation with the arm on the thigh or the hand on the ground. Or maybe coming into a bind, wrapping the right arm behind the back and the left arm underneath the thigh, clasping the hands together and opening through the chest. Inhale, release, come into triangle pose, reaching forwards with the left hand, bringing it down to the left calf. Right hand extends up towards the ceiling. And release. Bring the hands down either side of the left foot and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale to look forwards, step the feet between the hands, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, bending the knees, inhale to rise all the way up. And exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, sink back into chair pose. And exhale to fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back into plank, lowering down through chaturanga, and inhale through upward dog or cobra. Exhale through downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot towards the ceiling, bending the knee, opening the hip. Exhale, stepping it forwards. Coming into warrior one. Drawing the left hip forwards to square off the hips. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. As you exhale, bring the left hand to rest on the left thigh and lean back. Bring the left arm back up. From here, coming into pyramid pose, taking the hands behind the back, holding onto the elbows, inhaling to lengthen, and exhale, hinging at the hips, folding over the right leg. Take a few breaths here, enjoying the nice deep stretch through the right leg. Inhale and ride the breath all the way up. Exhale to step back into plank, taking a vinyasa, inhaling upward facing dog, exhaling for downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the left foot towards the ceiling, bending the knee, opening the hip. Exhale, stepping it in between the hands, coming into warrior one. This time, drawing the right hip forward slightly to square off the hips. And bringing the right hand to rest on the back of the right thigh, leaning back. Release, coming back into warrior one, straighten the front leg, and coming into pyramid pose, taking the hands behind the back, inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, hinging at the hips and folding over the left leg. Take a few breaths here in and out through the nose. Inhale to lift up and release, bringing the hands down either side of the left foot, stepping back into plank, Taking a vinyasa, inhaling for upward facing dog, exhaling for downward facing dog. We're going to inhale to lift the right foot, bending the knee, and exhale, coming into pigeon pose, bringing the right knee towards the right wrist, walking the foot forwards, and lowering the back leg, untucking the toes, inhaling to lengthen, and exhaling to fold. If you feel that you want a slightly deeper stretch through the hips, you can maybe walk the right foot forward slightly. Feel a nice deep stretch through the glute and the hips. Take a few breaths here and feel your heart rate start to slow down, starting to rest and relax. Inhale to lift up. Find your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the left foot towards the ceiling, bend the knee. And come into pigeon, bringing the left knee towards the left wrist. Walking back with the right toes. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. Maybe walking the left foot forwards for a slightly deeper stretch through the hips. And staying here for a few breaths, allowing yourself to really rest and relax. Inhale to lift up. Come back into downward facing dog. Slowly walk the feet forwards and come to sit down. We're going to come down onto our backs and find bridge pose, taking the feet hip width apart, pressing into the palms of the hands and pressing into the heels to inhale and lift the hips. Exhale, lowering them back down. Inhaling, lifting the hips. And exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the hips. Taking a slightly deeper back bend, you can interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders in towards each other, and press the hands down into the ground as you lift through the hips. Keep pressing down through the heels of your feet. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose. And slowly release. Hug your knees in towards your chest and rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. From here, coming into Happy Baby, taking the outer edges of the feet and rocking from side to side, massaging the lower back. Keep drawing the knees down towards the ground. And slowly release. We're coming into a forward fold. To start with, we'll keep the knees nice and bent and fold over the legs so that you're feeling a nice release in the lower back. We'll stay here for a few breaths. And if you want, there's the option then to straighten out the legs, coming into a deeper forward fold. Enjoy a stretch through the hamstrings as you release through the back. Inhale to lift up. Come onto your back, hug the knees into your chest. Coming into a twist with the knees coming over towards the right side, arms out long, and gaze over your left shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Enjoy this nice twist. Feel all of the tension releasing through your spine. Slowly come back to center and take it to the opposite side, knees coming over to the left and gazing over your right shoulder. Again, staying here for a few moments, allowing yourself to really rest and relax. Slowly release, coming back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees dropping down towards the ground, and placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. Starting to tune into the breath, notice the chest and stomach rise as you inhale and sink as you exhale. And take a few moments here with an awareness on the breath and your heart space. Slowly start to bring the knees in towards each other and take the legs out long for Shavasana. Either keeping the hands on your chest and stomach or bringing your arms alongside your body. Closing the eyes, noticing the connection between your body and the ground, allowing your body to absorb all of the benefits from the practice. Thank yourself for showing up today, and we will end our practice here, taking rest.